Fuck them all.
Fuck them. Fuck them. Going live. Fuck them if they can't take a joke. You doing all right? What's going on, Una? Why are you trying to get behind my chair? What's up? Why don't you get up on the bed? Come on. I'm trying to do a show. Get on the bed. Or go lay down. Do something. Fucking weirdo. Tell ya. It's been strange times. Whoa.
What the hell was that?
My apologies.
Katie's listening to the live show.
Yeah, I was turning it on my phone. I know.
She's here. It's been one of them days. Oh, I got bitched at for slurping my coffee on the microphone.
Oh, I get bitched at all the time for things like that.
It's fuck you. Like what was it? One person had bitched me out for constantly coughing. He's got a cough button on that goddamn mic. And yes, okay, for the record, people, I do. I have a cough button. I can hit it like this. It goes like this. Thing that I'm saying, and then it comes back on. But when I bring it back on, especially if I'm not saying anything and someone else is talking, you hear something like this. You hear the fucking button.
You could just push the mute button in the studio here.
Right, you can push that one, but you also have a clicking noise from the mouse.
Here, let's see if you get it. You tell me if you get a clicking noise here.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't hear it on yours, but sometimes I've heard it on mine before, but somebody was bitching about that. I've got a dog being an asshole.
That's because I'm using my mouse, my trackpad. So
hey, stand by, Steve. I gotta take care of something.
But I want to sit.
Hold the fort.
I can't hold the fort. I'm not very good at it. Don't go.
Don't go.
Oh. Why? Why do people do this to me? I don't know how to do a show on my own.
That was a mistake right off the bat.
Yeah, trying to let me do a show on my own. That is a mistake.
No, I never should have done that, but no, trying to fucking keep the door open and letting the dog come and go.
Now you're gonna hit a whimper.
Within the first couple of minutes, she's fucking scratching her ass on the goddamn bed, making noise. What the fuck? I can't deal with it, Steve. I can't. I've had enough. I'm saying when. I get rid of the last puppy this week sometime. Boom, gone, done.
Oh, except for the one you're keeping.
Damn it.
So not quite done.
Reality, I don't like that.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan. Not a fan. I'm a fan of virtual reality, Steve.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of escapism. You?
Yeah. I'd say escapism, sure.
Yeah.
Big fan.
It's a good time to try to fucking escape, I can tell you that. This fucking year.
It's such a weird year that we have to do the year in review in halves. So we're doing the first half.
Well, I decided that it'd be a good idea to go over everything that has happened. I don't want to, lose my place, Steve. It's like reading a book. Sometimes you got to stop for a second. You got to go back. You got to hash it all out again, right, and get a refresher in your brain, so you don't forget.
I don't know how to.
And Steve, I am a fan of remembering your history so that you're not doomed to repeat it.
Yes,
or forget it for that matter. So I like to be reminded of what's happened.
I watch history stuff every day. So.
Every day?
Every single day.
Well, you should.
There's a guy on YouTube called The History Guy, and
The History Guy?
I'm amazed. Yeah, I'm amazed by
history.
Yes, I love history.
Well, I remember January 1st, December 31st, do believe. It was the beginning of this year, Steve. It was a time.
It looked bright. The future looked bright at that time.
I remember that I was talking about New Year's resolutions and how I didn't feel like making a New Year's resolution, like making a resolution to stop something or do something, and and making it on the New Year's Eve.
Right. I remember this.
Was very. I didn't think that was very a good idea. I remember something about that. And I remember something about a little virus out of China.
Little known virus.
A little known virus. Yeah. Just, maybe like Cinderella story, Steve.
The little virus that could.
Oh, God. Fucking hell. And then our year began.
I remember lots. I remember, well, not, I don't think it was in January. Maybe it was February. Lots of
to give you
hand sanitizer.
To give you an idea, Steve, in January, we'll do this month by month, Steve. Okay. In January, President Trump ordered a drone strike in Iraq that killed General Qasem, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Soleimani.
What? Are you afraid he's going to come get you or some shit if you pronounce it wrong?
Yeah, he's dead. That's true.
He's dead.
Causing great tensions and threat of war, Steve.
Remember that didn't last very long, though. I do remember it was over fairly quickly.
They're not worried about that so much anymore. If you remember, Steve, in January, wildfires burned through Australia. 46 million acres and killing an estimated 1 billion animals.
That was this year.
Yes, that was this year, Steve. 2020. Also in January, Steve, President Trump faces impeachment charges of abuse of power and obstruction of Congress.
I'm pretty sure that those were trumped up charges.
Look at you. Look at you, Steve.
I win the internet.
Do you want a gold star?
Mm-hmm.
You got fucking getting one, I can tell you that. The World Whore Organization. Jesus Christ, Chris.
Where does one find that organization?
Where does one find the World Whore? I think it's in fucking Thailand. The World Health Organization
I don't care about
is notified of the novel coronavirus in China after its first
This is like me reading the news tonight.
I told you, Chris.
After its first death is recorded and Wuhan is put on mandatory lockdown. Prince Henry and Meghan Markle stepped down from their duties as royals. I think that was more in response to the upcoming stuff with fucking Jeffrey Epstein.
In any normal year, that would have probably been like the story of the year.
Yeah,
seriously, the royals
would have been a lot. It would have been a lot bigger. Yeah. Also in January, Steve, Kobe Bryant and daughter, is it Gigi?
Gigi? Don't know how that's.
I think it was Gigi.
Die in a helicopter crash. I knew a woman who had that as a last name, and it was Gigi. In January 2020, Steve, was the hottest January in recorded history, according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration.
Freaking global warming.
It's the end, Steve. We are headed. I firmly believe, and I am on board with Tim Dillon, that we are headed towards a dystopian society. The end is nigh. No matter what. Yeah. No matter who gets in office in fucking November. The end is fucking near. February, Steve. Trump is acquitted of his impeachment charges.
Trumped up charges, yeah.
Harvey Weinstein is found guilty of third-degree rape and first-degree criminal sex act, sentenced to 23 years in prison.
Not acquitted.
Not acquitted. No. Italy is the first country to implement a nationwide lockdown because of COVID-19, Steve. Snow falls in Baghdad, Iraq for only the second time in a century.
The fuck? This year sucks. Baghdadi's getting snow? That's like the worst thing ever.
Locusts swarm across East Africa, leads Somalia to declare national emergency. Largest in 25 years, Steve. The cruise ship Diamond Princess,
yes,
with 3,700 passengers quarantined in Yokohama Port, Japan, after cases of coronavirus found on board. And Steve, the Boy Scouts of America filed for bankruptcy.
What?
Amid hundreds of sexual abuse lawsuits.
Oh,
yeah. A few scoutmasters were. I'm
sure more than a few.
Yeah, they were doing things they shouldn't have been. Touching a few young men.
Boys.
Yeah. Well, Steve, you can't be a fucking scoutmaster and play fucking hide the pickle.
Is that why they wanted to keep women out of scouts and the girls out of scouts so that they could continue to do what they were doing? So that
I don't know.
Of course, no, you'd think they'd want them because then you could diddle too.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the reasoning is, or was, or could be. I don't know.
Well, maybe because it's called Boy Scouts. I don't know.
No,
not girl. I mean, there is a Girl Scouts.
There is. There is.
Is there any sexual allegations against them?
If there are, I'm unaware.
Okay.
Maybe the producer can find out.
Next.
In March, Steve, the WHO officially declares the coronavirus a pandemic. The Who?
Who?
The band. The Who. American Woman. Was it them?
I have no idea.
Who? You're
asking the wrong person.
I can't fucking remember which ones.
Do we have anybody in the chat tonight?
I don't know. I don't think so. It seems like a slow night tonight. I don't think anybody's paying attention to the show tonight.
Anyway, what did the Who say in March?
The Who said in March that it was a pandemic, national emergency, the coronavirus. Steve,
I stopped selling hand sanitizer and masks.
You're fucking damn right. You were so scared. You were afraid they were gonna come knocking on your fucking door.
The FBI did knock on a few friends of mine's doors, so
I bet they did.
Yeah.
The Dow, Steve, fell a shocking 2,997 points amid fears of the coronavirus, the biggest drop since 1987.
Wow.
The 2020 Summer Olympics were postponed.
That is
March. The NBA, NHL, and NCAA all suspended their 2019 to 2020 seasons, and the PGA Tour is canceled.
Now, who likes golf anyway? Nobody wants to watch golf
anyhow. Yeah. African-American Breonna Taylor is shot and killed by police officers executing a no-knock warrant on her flat with a battering ram in Louisville, Kentucky.
Heard about it.
On March 26th, Steve.
That's my birthday.
American cases of coronavirus exceed all other countries with 81,578 cases and 1,180 deaths.
Happy birthday to me.
That's right. In March, the record number of Americans filed for unemployment, Steve, 3.3 million.
Well, yeah, they told you couldn't go to work. I mean, it kind of makes sense.
In March, the $2.2 trillion stimulus package was signed into law by President Donald J. Trump. Fucking the good old boy.
He did it. Right. He even signed the checks.
He did. Look at that. In April, the global coronavirus cases surpassed 1 million. Bernie Sanders dropped out of the 2020 election.
No, he didn't. Bernie Sanders was asked to leave the 2020 president. Get it right, Chris.
I'm sorry.
It was stolen from him again.
Yeah, we know. We all know what happened.
Yeah.
The state of New York alone has the highest number of coronavirus cases than any country in the world in April. Nadia, Steve, a tiger at the Bronx
I was
Zoo,
thinking of a totally different Nadia. I'm sorry.
test positive for COVID-19. Yeah, I don't know if she's tested positive for COVID-19 or not. You could ask Bitch Lips. I don't know. A huge storm system produces more than 40 tornadoes in the U.S. from Texas to South Carolina, killing 32 people across 6 states, Steve. It's fucking mass death.
It's just 2020. That's it.
Mass death. Also in April, 22 million Americans filed for unemployment in 4 weeks. The last 3 cruise ships still afloat around the world dock at ports of Marseille, Barcelona, and Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Yes. The U.S. Department of Defense releases 3 declassified videos of possible UFOs from 2004 and 2015. We have talked about said videos, Steve.
And any other year, that would be the story of the year.
That would be fucking... Listen, the fact
UFOs. Yeah.
The fact that nobody is fucking talking about the UFO shit that they are releasing is pretty fucking crazy. And the Pentagon has basically come out now and said, yeah, no, this stuff is for real.
Yeah.
And everybody's just like, yeah, business as usual.
COVID.
What's Trump doing today?
Orange man bad.
Trump is the fucking Antichrist. Like it's just one side or the other. You know, I don't fucking even give a shit anymore. Yeah, Steve, that shit happened. A mile-wide asteroid, Steve, named 1988 OR2 passed within 3.9 million miles of Earth. I'm guessing that's a little close.
Damn, that must be close.
I'm guessing that's close. I guess we got another one coming like a day before the election.
Well, let's hope.
Giant asteroid 2020.
Just end it all. End it all now.
In May, Steve, global death toll from coronavirus passed 300,000 with 4.4 million confirmed infections. African-American George Floyd's arrest and murder by police is recorded by onlookers, sparking outrage and riots against police brutality. SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket launches carrying the Dragon capsule from Cape Canaveral to the International Space Station, the first private company to launch astronauts into space. What was that, Bob and Doug? Fucking Mackenzie? I think their names were. And they made it back down to Earth safely, so that's good.
It's always a good thing, yeah.
Dams in Michigan failed after heavy rain severely flooding an entire town, Steve. I missed that one completely.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
I didn't know that one happened. I don't want to slurp on the microphone, Steve. I was trying to get away, you know. Reports of giant Asian murder hornets.
You
were being made in the U.S.
Called them Asian. You can't do that.
Oh, you got to take that out. It's just murder hornets.
Yes, you have to take Asian out.
Oh, okay.
Any identifier of race or religion.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Steve. I didn't know. Murder hornets. Yeah, I don't know
that they've quit the show now and apologize.
I don't know if they've killed anybody yet, though.
Well, they're called murder hornets. They had to have killed somebody somewhere.
Well, I mean here.
Wait, we're only up to murder hornets?
Yeah.
Oh,
in May.
Lord.
Yeah. In June, Steve, charges against the officers who killed George Floyd are upgraded to second-degree murder. Black Lives Matter protests take place worldwide. That was just a shit show. I mean, in some cases, it was. In a lot of cases, I think what's going on, Steve, and I still think this is the case. I think that what is being highlighted is the small amounts of bullshit while there are a greater amount of just peaceful protests going on.
I'm sure there's. I'm sure
And
there's.
I think that the media likes to play up on anything that gets them fucking attention, and showing these crazy things that are going on gets them attention.
Been to a couple of big cities since this all went down, Cleveland and Buffalo, and I didn't see a damn thing.
Yeah.
And I go into bad parts of town. I go into good part. I go all over.
Yeah.
Not a damn thing.
Yeah. So that was happening. Former astronaut Kathy Sullivan is the first woman to reach the deepest point of the ocean, the Challenger Deep in the Marianas Trench, formerly the first American woman to spacewalk.
I didn't know that one either.
Actor Danny Masterson was charged with raping 3 women.
I didn't hear that one either.
From old That 70s Show.
Which one was
and
he?
Was he on the ranch too?
Yeah.
What character was he on?
Hyde, yeah, and he was the brother on the ranch.
He looks like a rapist.
Oh, does he look like a rapist, Steve? Is that what you do?
If I had to guess,
he looks like a rapist.
He's a Scientologist too.
Oh, is he? That
Yep.
that turns my stomach on right there.
Yep.
No.
If I had to guess any character from That 70s Show,
you'd say Danny Masterson.
I would have said him. Yes.
Yeah, you just said Hyde. Okay, Steve, a historic dust cloud from the Sahara Desert reached the Caribbean, the largest for half a century.
That's quite a ways to go.
The coronavirus cases rose sharply again in America as the country recorded its 3rd highest daily total, more than 35,000. The Golden State Killer, Steve, and former police officer Joseph D'Angelo Jr. pleaded guilty to 12 murders and dozens of rapes. That's a crazy story. I have not yet gone and watched the documentary on HBO that they just put out on that whole thing, which is a lot of it is about Patton Oswalt's wife, the one that passed away, because she was the one that brought this to the forefront, so people would see it. Some crazy shit. In June, missing children JJ and Tylee Vallow were found dead in the backyard of Chad Daybell's property. We just did that one, Steve.
Yes.
That fucking tragedy. In July, Steve, America confirms more than 50,000 new coronavirus cases in one day for the first time. China launched its first mission to Mars.
Oh, wow. Man mission?
I don't know. I assume it's just a mission.
No,
Just
I don't
probably
think it's
just
a
a-
new mission.
Yeah, I think it's just a.
I think they're trying to make their own rover thing.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. Hurricane Hannah, first of the 2020 season, makes landfall on the Texas Gulf Coast as a Category 1 storm, Steve. In August, Steve, Egypt tells Elon Musk its pyramids were not built by aliens after Musk tweets in support of a conspiracy theory that they did. I remember that.
I'm on Elon's side.
So am I.
on this one. Yeah.
And only because, listen, the Egyptologists are a bunch of fucking assholes.
Oh, they don't want you to know the truth.
No, they don't. They vehemently deny. They're full of shit over there.
I could tell you that it's a very secretive group of people. That they are generally. They don't want you to know things. Not that the aliens built the pyramids, but they're secretive generally.
They just don't want anybody to know anything.
No.
Huge explosions at the port of Beirut, Lebanon, kill more than 200 and leave over 600,000 people injured, Steve.
That was some weird shit. I looked into that a little bit.
That was one hell of an explosion.
It was fertilizer.
That was one hell of an explosion.
Yeah.
That's all I know. I the shock wave from that explosion was crazy.
Here's the craziest part. That ship it was on a ship, the ship was abandoned in the port because if you're in international waters, you could pretty much do just about anything you want. Well,
Yep.
the ship wasn't worthy of sailing, so they abandoned it there. It was there for 2 fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I don't know how it caught fire or anything, but yeah.
Yeah, the whole idea was, they were supposed to come back and pick it up.
Yeah.
Like the idea that somebody let it sit there and that nobody did anything about it. I was talking with somebody about it. I want to say it was David Batdorf, and he was like, the fact that they didn't transfer that to a place where they had a storage facility is crazy.
Just sat there.
Yeah.
Festering.
And then, Steve, this is very recently, old Joey Biden is formally nominated as the Democratic Party's presidential candidate during the second night of their first ever virtual convention, Steve.
I'm sorry. Have they given up?
What, the Democrats?
Joe. I mean,
Joe?
There's clearly something wrong with the guy.
Steve, I want you to know, listen, Katie, just in case you ever, run into Joe Biden, I want you to understand what you do is you grab him by the shoulders and you sniff his hair in dominance before he can grab you and sniff yours.
That's right.
Just in case. I just don't want you to be safe. If you're ever around a Biden, that's what you do. You grab them and sniff them.
Anybody.
They can't, you assert that dominance. It's like beating the shit out of the guy in prison, like right off. It's the same idea. I just don't want any women to have to, go through that. So that's what you do.
Well, thank you for the advice.
I just want everybody out there to be safe.
The more you know.
This year. Jesus Christ.
I couldn't really find anything on the women's stuff in the Boy Scouts you asked about.
I didn't think you would.
Well, they
women
did
tend
just
to be a little bit
like
smart.
a year or so ago. They decided to let girls join the Boy Scouts
Right.
and still be
Yes.
called a Boy Scout. But
It's everything that's gone on this year, though. It's just been
That's weird.
it's been a weird one. We
not
got
done.
the 2 hurricanes there going on. Is that actually happening? Did one of them fall off? Are they going to crash into the U.S. at the same time? Jesus. I don't even know anymore. I don't. I've looked at this year and I'm just like, what in the fuck?
I remember at the beginning of this year, and I was selling the hand sanitizer and the mask. Happy.
I remember.
Oh, I was doing so good financially. Still am. I'm doing okay. And then, boom! Oh, you can't do this shit no more. That was, it was like instantaneous. I get a message from one of my buddies in the morning and said, "You better take that shit down."
Yeah. And when you get those messages, you do that shit.
Yeah. So,
You do.
But no, we had such bright ideas for what this year was going to be, even then, even in February and early March, before the whole coronavirus thing, and then it just fell.
Well, I had plans this year to do things that got totally tanked. Not to mention like all the stuff that's gone on with me with Una and the puppies. Having to deal with that, and come up with.
I'm gonna say it's probably been a fairly normal year, aside from the pandemic. All this stuff happens in normal years, except maybe snow in Beirut or wherever that was.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I don't know. Like, it hasn't been like crazy. Like, nothing's really out of the crazy ordinary for me. Besides like that, like I said, the dog and the puppy thing.
Yeah. And besides having to wear masks everywhere,
yeah,
my life hasn't been affected that much otherwise. Obviously, financially it has, because everybody's has. It's a thing. But that's all due to the pandemic. But normal stuff, everything else, this year really hasn't been that bad. It seems horrible, but it's not.
Yeah, it's been just. I'd say for me, it's been a wash. It's it is what it is. So I'm just trying to get through it, basically. Wondering what they're going to do next. What's going to go on? What's the next chapter of this story going to be?
It's definitely fun to speculate.
About what's going on?
About what's gonna be next.
Oh,
Because we've had murder hornets and viruses and asteroids and.
Well, we got an asteroid coming like the day before the fucking election, I think.
Oh, yeah, I hope it does.
They're saying it's gonna wipe us
all out.
That's right. It's a planet killer. We're done. Do Bigfoot stuff? What the fuck are you? Do Bigfoot stuff?
We've done a lot of Bigfoot stuff. This is not Bigfoot stuff show.
Yeah,
this is what happened so far in 2020 show.
Yeah. Do Bigfoot stuff. Jesus.
Bigfoot
what
stuff
you do? Do you scream at the TV? Like, do whatever you want them to do on your favorite fucking shows?
Do they do it?
Yeah, and do they do it? That's what I want to know. People just... I don't understand people sometimes, Steve. This person... I know that this person is a fan of yours, Steve.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Well, everybody is, but...
Oh, are they? Are they old?
I have no enemies.
By the way, I told you my son wants a Sweetwater Legend t-shirt, right?
I don't know how to make one. So.
You can't make a Sweetwater Legend t-shirt? I made a fucking Fortean Slip t-shirt.
I'm not a very good designer.
So, okay.
I don't know how to design it. I don't know what you want on it.
Oh. Yeah. Your buddy, he says your virus is a hoax, Steve.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's a hoax. I do actually finally know somebody who actually had it.
Had the COVID.
Not personally. I don't know her personally.
Yeah.
She's another reseller that I do know of, and a lot of my friends know personally. Yeah. She went through fucking hell.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Is it as bad as they say? That's what's debated.
Well, I think it depends on,
because if it was as bad as they say, we should all know several people instead of barely know one. But that's my opinion about the thing. So
I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know. I know I have talked to people who are friends of mine who've had family members who have gotten sick from it. I don't know of anybody like really personally.
Right.
But here's my thing about the whole thing is I don't see what the problem is with wearing a fucking goddamn mask. No, I just don't.
I'm required to wear it in public in the state of Ohio, so I do.
Yeah, I just don't see what the problem is.
Because why should I'm not going to stop doing what I do because I have to make a living. So why, if I refuse to wear a mask, I can't even go into a Walmart. Right. So I'll wear it. I'll comply as long as I can still do what I want to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said. For me to go out and have to wear one, it's for like maybe 20 minutes at a time. Maybe. When you go into the store and until you leave. And the minute I'm outside, I'm taking that fucking thing off. Because the minute you're outside, you can be 6 feet apart from people. And that's, you just have to keep your minimum distance of 6 feet. And having a mask along with the 6 feet, obviously, that would help, But when I'm outside, I feel like that's fine. Hey, if I'm 6 feet away from you, I'm good. And I'm trying to stay further than that from people because I don't even fucking like people.
Just for God's sake, don't wear a mask while you're driving a car alone. Stop. And I see it every day, 4 or 5 times a day.
Oh, that's
every single day. Wearing a mask in your car alone.
You don't like that, Steve? That doesn't, you're not like, hey, thanks for being safe.
In your own car, by yourself.
With your windows rolled
with recirculated air.
People are fucking weird, dude. I don't know how to deal with a lot of the opinions. We live in this country where we've been spoon-fed that we're we're a free country. And that's all fine and dandy. But let's face facts. You're told what to do about a bunch of different shit. We're not exactly a free country. And the idea of them just asking you to wear a fucking mask is not it's not a big deal. It's so small of a thing to do.
I just think for a lot of people, it's a visible sign that they're complying, and they don't like that.
Yeah, I
mean, I get it. I don't want to wear it either. I hate the motherfucker. Hate it.
I don't think I have it on. It's not a big deal. I walk into the store, I do my thing, I come out, I take it off.
I have a hard time breathing with it on, but that's me. I'm claustrophobic, and I have a hard time. However, I still do it.
Yeah, I don't have any issue with it. It doesn't make me have any issue with breathing.
We go to yard sales,
and I have a history of asthma. I had a collapsed lung when I was 19. That was a spontaneous thing. I've had numerous fucking bouts of bronchitis and pneumonia, but people constantly try to fucking argue with me. Well, you don't know. You don't have to. Listen, tongue my fucking bag back to my shitty asshole. I've dealt with more lung problems than probably fucking 75% of you. And I wear it all the time when I go out.
I'm sure there are legitimate reasons not to wear one. One of the employees at the post office here is epileptic, and for some reason having that on causes him to seize. So there are cases,
There are cases.
Yeah.
He can't wear a face mask. He can't wear one of like the face shields.
That he probably could do, yeah. But they're not requiring him to do it. So,
yeah, but
because he does have a medical card.
Of course not. Why would we require anybody to do anything? God.
Well, in the state of Ohio, it's not law.
Right.
I guess in no state it's law. It's not law in any state. It's a recommendation from the government or the health. But certain governors are a little more tough on that. Like
all I know, my take on the whole thing is
Ohio's not required.
I see it as it has made me see who is like a decent, just a normal decent person, and who's just like, fuck you, I don't care. Like that's what
I don't see it that way, but
I do. When you're just like, fuck you, these are my this is my fucking rights, and you gotta fucking be that way about it. No.
Yeah, there are people like that, but I don't think everybody who is against wearing a mask is like that. I think that there are people who legitimately think that this is all much to do about nothing, and they believe that that's just a form of compliance that they don't want to do. Doesn't make them bad people.
But it's not.
Just telling you what they think.
Okay.
I don't think we should be.
People thought that owning slaves was a good idea too, Steve.
Sure, that doesn't mean it's right. I didn't say their ideas were right, but I tend to agree more with the people who don't want to wear masks than I do with the people who just say comply. To comply. However, I'm still going to comply because I need to do shit, and I don't want to.
I just see it as a thing. It's being respectful of the people around me. That's what I see. I see that there's a problem, and that there are a great number of people who could be very adversely affected by it. And if I can A, alleviate some fears by wearing a mask, and B, maybe alleviate some bullshit by wearing a mask for somebody else, then I don't see a problem with it.
Yeah. I wear mine for selfish reasons. I don't need to deal with people. So I just wear the fucking thing. But I see anti-maskers the same as smokers. Because smokers do the same shit. They're out there and they don't care who's around. They're going to smoke a cigarette. So are they evil people? I don't think. Are they bad people? Probably not. They just don't see it the way that everybody else does.
Yeah. It's a I don't know how to describe it. There are certain things that have been structured in society as it's okay. It's okay that we do this. And for a certain sect of people, that's been the way that it's been, like with smoking and stuff.
Right.
It's okay. It's okay. It used to be fucking okay. You smoke everywhere. Planes, restaurants, fucking everywhere. I remember, I'm old enough to barely remember people smoking in the supermarket.
I remember the mall. There was ashtrays all the way up and down the center of the mall.
Yeah. But it is what it is. Like, I think the good thing is that we've grown. We've come from there, and we've realized, oh, hey, maybe that's not such a great idea. But that those old ideas of, hey, I've been, stuck into this one little spot. This is my smoking spot now. I hate this shit. I've been cordoned off. I get that. But at the same time, it's like, now that I'm a non-smoker, sort of thing, it's like, okay, but it's not like that big of a deal, really. But again, what is too much? When is too much too much? When does it become them infringing upon our rights? Those questions should be asked. Of course they should be asked. And of course we should never just like blindly run into the fucking fold of whatever they fucking tell us to do. But in this case, I just don't see it as infringement of rights. I just see it as being respectful of other people around you. That's all. That's how I look at it anyway.
I don't feel infringed upon when I wear a mask, even though I really don't want to wear one.
Right. Yeah. I most everywhere that I'm going nowadays, most people are just doing it. There's not a lot of people still holding on.
People want to do shit. People want to go out and be able to do shit. So they're going to comply because that's the way you have to go, And
it's just, like I said, it just makes sense to just do it and get through it and get the economy rolling back to normal. Like I said, this year has been a fuck of a year. It has not been fun. As far as, and like you were saying, Steve, like for my life, not a fucking shit ton has changed. So I don't, like you, it just hasn't been much, but it's been like the watching of it, the show that is 2020.
Changed. My attitudes of life in general have changed a little.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah.
It's not the same. I'm not oblivious to everything like I used to.
I'm firmly fucking none of the above 2020.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have strong reasons why I'm going to vote the way I'm going to vote. And I'm not going to tell anybody why and how and who. But
no, none of the above 2020. I don't.
But if I had in the last election, 2016, I voted none of the above for president. I voted for everything else. Because that's important. You should vote for your local shit and all that. But I voted none of the above for president. I didn't vote either way.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that voting for the president makes a fucking difference at this point. And B, I just don't know that. I think that it's more important that we do something about the Senate and the Congress. Than the president.
I just wish we were smart enough, and I'm going to use a Trumpism, but to fucking drain the swamp on both sides.
Actually, do it.
Yeah, I wish we really would.
Actually drain it.
Yeah, actually drain the swamp because
Yeah.
it's a great saying,
Yeah.
but nobody ever done it.
Bring somebody in that's actually gonna fucking do it.
Well, it's not the president who has to. It's the voters who can who can do that.
Yeah.
You know, but we got on both sides.
They need term limits.
It shouldn't be being a member of Congress or the House or whatever was never meant to be a permanent position. It was always meant to be.
Yeah,
serve a couple of years and go on and
they
do
shouldn't be
stuff.
going into office not millionaires and coming out millionaires.
And
That
that's
shouldn't be
all-
happening either.
Well, not all of them, obviously, but
A great portion of them.
huge portion, especially when you get to be in one of the higher positions like Speaker of the House or the President or those kind of positions. You come out. Now, if you want to write a book when you're done and make a bunch of money off the book,
Yeah, absolutely.
all presidents.
Or if you've got personality and you can fucking work that into something for yourself, that's great. But all the other bullshit needs to go. As far as I'm concerned, it's just gross. The whole thing's gross. And yeah, this year it's shaped me, you know, and how I look at things and how I'm, you know, taking things. Dean, stop arguing with that cunt. He's not worth it. I'm not even ever going to mention him again. He's fucking, he's with the other fucking stupid cunts.
He's my fan.
Yeah, is he?
Or she. Maybe it's a girl. How do we know?
It's a fucking cunt is what it is. That's what it is. Don't argue, Dean. Just don't fucking engage. Don't fucking talk to it. Just fucking go to sleep, Dean. Go to sleep. Just go to sleep. That's all I have to say.
I kind of like this.
Sleep, obey, Dean.
The individual. I like him or her.
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah.
You like anybody that would buy your shit?
Well, I don't know if they've ever bought anything from me, but
probably.
They're shouting my praises, so I kind of like that.
You fucking yeah. I just hope. I hope that they're just the most horrid human being on the planet.
Probably are, but I don't care.
And you're just like, yeah, they're fucking. You know, hey, they're my fan.
Yeah,
you know,
that's all that matters.
I'm good. I'm good with the fact that they've, you know, murdered babies and children.
Still like me. I have to agree. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Frank Smith's right. A cunt is a useful thing. You're right. I'm sorry. I have to take it back. Steve, you got any news for us tonight, buddy?
Oh, shit. Yes.
Threw that one at you, didn't I?
I don't like that one, so I'm not going to read it. I'm going to dump them. The Loch Ness Monster one.
You dumping Katie's stories?
I'm dumping one of Katie's stories. Is that all right? Sorry, Katie.
Oh,
that's all right. It's just not the one I thought you'd dump.
No, I like the other one. This is from ODDEE. So there's this town that requires all new residents to have their appendix removed.
Fuck yeah. Let's do it. Let's go.
But why? I've never lived somewhere where...
I've never had mine removed, Steve. Let's go.
This is written in the third person. I've never lived somewhere with an HOA, but I've watched enough situational comedy to know you want to be on their good side. Yeah, I would never live anywhere with an HOA. Sorry. But anyway, New York can be fraught with encounters. I don't like this story. I'm going to stop reading it.
What?
Anyway, I messed up. Oh, here we go. The Villas Las Estrellas in Antarctica requires new residents to remove their appendix before they arrive. Then, as a village, oh God, they feast on the newly harvested organ.
Fucking right.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
This is Sparta.
See, now this is why I wanted to read this story. I knew it had to be good. The town's nearest hospital is over 600 miles away. They're not an easy 600 miles down a well-maintained interstate either. You have to take a boat or an airplane to get to Villas Las Estrellas,
Las Estrellas.
right at the southern tip of King George Island.
Ah.
There are doctors there, but none of them are specialized surgeons who could, for instance,
All of
take
them
out
got their license from a fucking Crack-a-Jack box.
Why did they eat it? Did they really eat it?
No, that was a joke. You skipped a line. After that, they said, just kidding. There's actually a good reason they do it.
Oh,
But you skipped that part.
Ah,
It was
see,
a joke.
Steve, you fucking dog. That's because you're a shit newsman.
I'd
Fuck
rather
up,
believe.
Steve.
I'd rather believe that they actually eat it. So that's why I'm probably
I was hoping they fucking
subconscious.
did. I was hoping they raised that thing up.
So the reason they do this is because there are no surgeons there, and if you become inflamed, you will most certainly die.
Ah, so they do it
So-
as a precautionary.
Yes, it's a
Measure.
precaution.
Ah.
So here's the one I think you actually came up with. I think you said this is about a mystery. It's a mystery
It's a mystery, Steve.
in Orleans County in New York.
New York.
Yeah, I didn't know there was an Orleans County in New York. I've probably been there.
Yeah.
And the town's name is Barre, Barre, but it's pronounced Barry because I actually listened to the news story.
Ooh.
Anyway, Kirk Matthews, who's a farmer, was out of town when a large safe was discovered in one of the fields on his Barre farm. He says deputies had to disperse a crowd that was on the side of the road last Thursday trying to open it. They took a sledgehammer to it, knocked off the dial, and
Can you just see all those people just like pulling over to the side of the road in this guy's fucking field trying to fucking crack this safe open?
They worked on the hinges and kind of beat it up. They didn't get it open.
No.
The safe, which he estimates weighs 500 to 600 pounds and had to be transported by heavy equipment, sits in one of his barns. It's still unopened, and he's not sure who put it in his field. But on it was a note saying whomever could open it could keep what's inside. Some wise guy or kids. We got some crazy kids here in Barre, Mathis said. Real jokers. So I guess it's a mystery as to how it got there.
Oh, yeah.
Since last week, the safe has generated conversations online and around town about what might be inside. Mathis has his guesses, but like others, he doesn't know for sure. He says the question about what's inside should stay unanswered.
Ooh, Schrodinger's cat.
My personal feeling is
Dead.
keep it a mystery, said Mathis. He says the debate about what's inside has been a welcome distraction for many. If you open it, the show is over. In these times with the virus and politics, it might get people a chance to set their problems and or troubles aside and have a lot of fun talking about it, Mathis said. So now they're going to make this whole safe thing part of a future planned history museum for the town of Barre. Could be holding millions of dollars, or it could have confetti in there.
I'm
You have
going
no
with
idea.
confetti.
So it's just a dream, said Cindy.
I'm going
Valenschauer.
with it's a fucking prank.
Oh, yeah, I have my thoughts on it. Cindy Valenschauer of the Barre Betterment Committee, which is helping with plans for the museum. Mathis says for now the safe will go into hiding. I don't know where we're going to hide it, but as soon as you leave, we're gonna, Mathis said.
We're going to hide it.
So I think Mathis put it there himself.
Yeah.
With the Betterment Committee. I think it's all a publicity stunt for the town.
For tourism.
Yeah, there's nothing in it. I mean, there might be something in it, but it ain't going to be money or jewels or anything like that.
Yeah.
But that, lady and gentlemen, is the news.
Sure is. That is the fucking news.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the show last week, Steve?
Very entertaining. Very interesting. Can't say anything bad about it.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of good feedback about last week's show.
Tom
I'd like
was
to.
very well spoken, and I mean, obviously he's told this story thousands of times. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I liked it.
I would actually, because I didn't understand her story as much, I'd like to actually do a more in-depth interview with Melanie. But yeah, it was a great time. It was a great show. I got a lot of really good feedback about it.
Good.
So
We were fair to them. I mean, I tend to believe something happened. So
oh yeah, something went on there.
It was hard not to be fair.
I
Fair
don't.
to their side of the story.
Yeah, when it comes to that experience, okay, here's my take on it. I don't know that was an extraterrestrial alien craft. But what I can tell you is that I do think that there was a craft that went over that area.
Something.
And I do think that something happened to those people. That caused them to all wake up in different places. Now, was it an abduction? Or what was it? I don't know. You have different stories from different people. You have different experiences from different people. I would like to talk to more of the people that had these experiences. That I would like to do. But
it shot that story up to one of my top 5 for sure.
Oh yeah,
because obviously something happened.
Yeah,
and with Betty and Barney, I think obviously something happened.
Yeah, fuck Dean Cooper says it definitely was a great show.
What's their names? The other one that I like a lot. He mentioned it. I can't remember the name of the story. But anyway, there's a lot. Rendlesham Forest is another one. Obviously something went on there.
Yeah.
But what it was, so those kind of
stories. What's the one there, the diamond shaped one?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember that.
I can't think of the name of that one.
Yeah. But anyway, obviously something happened. There was physical.
I'm gonna go to the. I'm actually gonna go out to the Betty and Barney Hill location in New Hampshire. Holly and I talked about it yesterday.
Remember, Tom said it was not quite where.
Right, it's not quite where it was, but we're gonna go out anyway. It'll be fun. We had a lot of fun going out to the America's Stonehenge. So.
I gotta do more shit like that. I mean, I travel the country and I don't get much of a chance to stop and see shit.
You're not that far from the friggin' Snake Mound.
Yeah, well, there's just no Rite Aid in that town. I mean,
I'm sorry.
No Walmart there.
Can't manage to hit a.
Is there a Walmart there?
It's probably somewhere near there that you could, hit.
It's pretty isolated from what I can see on the map.
Yeah, I'm sure you could find some places to hit though.
The middle of Ohio is pretty much farmland.
Oh, I know. I drove through it.
Yeah.
You remember? I drove through it.
Yes. Yes, I know.
That happened.
Lots and lots and lots of farmland.
Uh-huh.
And not much else.
Yeah, it was
especially if you're on the side roads or the back, not the interstate. If you're off the, you could drive for hours.
We had tried to see like some of the some of like the natural side of Ohio, like parks and stuff, and that didn't go quite as well as we had hoped. So, I mean, it was nice. I saw some nice areas, and there are some very green sections of Ohio. But it's an interesting state, Steve.
You'll have to try it again. Do it correctly.
At some point in time, I will. I do want to take another trip out and do some stuff at some point. I mean, right now it's just like, what do you do with everything that's going on? With the coronavirus. So just trying to wait to see what's like going on with everything, because I think in September I might go down to see my cousin in New York, upstate New York, for a little bit, depending upon how everything pans out here. Looks like, we'd be able to do it, but you
got to quarantine 14 days before you go to the state of New York.
Yeah.
Just like,
well, I don't
you
leave
being
my
the
house.
compliant person you are will probably do it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'll quarantine when I come back.
I of course quarantined 14 days before I went to Buffalo. So
yeah, absolutely. That's what you got to do.
Stopped at the state line.
That's what you got to do, Steve.
and
Steve,
finished
right?
my trip.
Right, Steve?
I stopped at the state line, waited 14 days, and finished my
Oh.
trip.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I would have too. Yeah, no, I don't know what's going to be going on right this second. I just know that I'd like to do so. I'd like to fucking go do something. I mean, Christ, everybody that's here at the beach is from out of state, New York, Connecticut, fucking God, everybody is out of state plates. Massachusetts. The only thing that you cannot see here this year is Canadians. Because we have a huge influx of Canadians. But
The
not this year.
Canadians packing.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just been a strange year. And I thought we should go back over it.
Yeah, I don't know. I should just take a vacation and just go.
And yes, Dean, you should go to Bray Road. Why don't you go to Bray Road and get us some fucking footage?
Maybe you'll see the beast.
Maybe you'll see the beast. Maybe we could have an interview with you. No, we wouldn't interview you. But you could give me your story in written form. I might be willing to do that. So, yeah. Go to fucking Bray Road. What are you waiting for? Go to fucking Bray Road. What do you think we should do next week, Steve?
Not a year in review. Anything but.
Well, we just did it. So
Right. That's why I said we wouldn't want to do that.
Oh, you mean twice in a row?
Why don't we
That'd
do the
be like, dude, that would be like that'd be hilarious if like we did that as like an Andy Kaufman bit. Like if we got on the air next week and we were like, hey, we're gonna do the year in review.
do the Beast of Bray Road.
And act like we never did. Didn't we do that one just recently?
Whoa, Eric. If you are near Ashtabula, you probably should stop in Conneaut, Ohio, where I live.
Yeah.
Which is in Ashtabula County.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. You're talking about the laughing picker? This guy?
That's Eric. Yeah.
Oh, hi, Eric. I don't know you, but
I've met Eric. He's a good dude.
Oh, okay.
Smart dude, too.
So you think we should do the Beast of Bray Road again?
No. Yeah, I think we've done that since I've been on.
Not really.
I did I don't know if it's been since you've been on. I know I did the one where after I watched the documentary with my son. I know we did that one. I don't know if we've done Dogman since you've been on. I can't think of anything that jumps right out at me right now. That we could. Cody Matthews says Frogman, but Frogman is not really that big of a story.
No, and we did do that one. I know I have
Cash
it right up on that
Landrum.
one.
Yes, the Cash Landrum.
Yes. Jason O for the fucking win. Cash Landrum is correct.
My mind is fried today.
Cash
like every day.
Landrum. I don't know.
How about we talk about the aliens that built the pyramids?
You know which ones? Was it the reptilians or the Greys,
No,
Steve?
It was neither.
Oh, okay. Which one?
It was the other ones. There's 57 different types. It was one of the other 57.
Oh.
I can't recall which exact one.
Yeah. So.
The Nordics, maybe.
I'm trying to figure out how to give away something on the like page.
You could do a random comment generator type of thing.
Well, because for some reason I can't see the notifications for how people are liking my page, so I can't see I couldn't give the person who's the 40,000th person to like the page anything, but I'm thinking about, because I've got all these weird books still sitting around. And I've got some stuff that's right up our alley, like the Fortean subjects that I'm not going to sell on eBay for anything. But I was thinking about, just throwing them to some of the fans of the page or the.
Whoa, Dean Cooper.
Jesus, fuck Dean Cooper. Holy shit. He's starting a fucking radio war with you, Steve. Fuck you, Steve. Aliens didn't do shit. Fuck you, Steve. Wow.
What did we ever do to you, Dean?
Wow. But yeah, I'm trying to figure that out because I'm gonna hit 40,000 likes on the page this year. I'm almost at 34K. I should hit that within the next couple of days. And I would like to figure out something to, and more than just like, I've got a bunch of different cool things that I could just, give away to people on the like page. So I'd like to try to do something like that. Probably I'll do it through some form of, I don't know. Is there a way to do like a raffle through Facebook, Steve?
I don't do that shit. I don't know.
You should learn so that I can ask you these questions.
And then I could answer them.
Right. That's the whole idea. So yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. The Bennington Triangle, that's one, actually, I wanted to go there once. Yeah, I didn't quite make it. Have you got a book on quantum mechanics, Chris? I have Carl Sagan's Cosmos, I think. Maybe.
I have that one. Oh, did I give you that one?
You gave me that one. No, wait a minute. Maybe I sold that one. I do have Stephen Hawking.
You sold the one I gave you?
Yeah.
You bastard.
Yeah, fucking yeah. Of course I did.
I would have done it too.
Exactly. You told me to. What was I do have a brief history of the universe, I think, by Stephen Hawking. That's probably the closest thing I got to anything on quantum mechanics.
I have a copy of Quantum Leap.
I don't think that quantifies, Steve. Yeah. Did you like that one?
It's a great show, though.
It was a good show. It's a good show. On that note, Steve, this has been the Fortean Slip, episode 151. If you like this shit, hit the little thumbs up button. If you don't, hit that little thumbs down button. Check us out over on Anchor. Show should be up tomorrow. I should have the show with Holly from this morning and this show up tomorrow. That's at anchor.fm/the Fortean Slip. Check out our good friend Dred Funn at dredfunn.com and youtube.com/Dred Funn. He just did that Bane Batman realistic pencil drawing that was pretty fucking awesome. And check out our good friends over at High Society Radio. That's over at gasdigitalnetwork.com and wherever podcasts may be found. I'm going to try to put up, I've started sharing a new artist on the like page, MJ Hiblin, I think his name is. I think he's a British guy. He's done some really cool artwork that I've been, I talked to him recently about sharing his stuff on the like page and everything, and he was cool with it. So I'm going to see about if he's cool with me sharing his links on the show, because I've been sharing the shit out of his stuff on the like page. And if anybody has not seen the trailer for the new Batman movie,
I have.
Check that shit out. That's some dark shit. I did not see that one coming. Let's just say that. I firmly expected Robert Pattinson to do well because I'd seen some of his work. And after seeing him in The Lighthouse, I was like, yeah, he's got some acting chops. But after seeing the trailer that they released with that whole DC fandom event, it looks pretty fucking cool. And Colin Farrell looks totally fucking, he didn't even look like himself as the Penguin. So it looks like it's going to be a cool movie. And we will be back next week with another show about something. I don't know what, because we haven't decided yet. Until then,